What if everything you thought you knew about staying clean after 70 was not only wrong, but dangerous? Picture this: every time you reach for the faucet, step into that steamy shower, or lather up with soap, you are not just washing away the dirt of the day. You could be washing away your body's last line of defense. For years, we've been taught that bathing daily is essential, a symbol of dignity, hygiene, even pride. But what if your body, especially in your golden years, no longer thrives under the pressure of hot water and harsh soap? What if the very act meant to refresh you is actually depleting your skin, draining your energy, and putting your health on the line? In this eye-opening video, we'll unravel the myths of cleanliness after 70. Backed by science and real-life stories, we'll expose the shocking reasons why daily showers might be more harmful than helpful, and what to do instead. From self-cleaning skin biology to safer, smarter hygiene habits, this is a wake-up call for seniors and the people who love them. Are you ready to challenge the habits of a lifetime and possibly extend it? Meet Jack Sullivan, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Montana. For most of his life, Jack believed that staying clean meant scrubbing hard twice a day every day. Soap, water, and a loofah were his holy trinity. But one summer, while hiking with his grandchildren in the Bitterroot Mountains, everything changed. A sudden drought dried up their camp's water source. No showers, no soap, nothing for 4 days. Jack braced himself for the stink. But to his shock, nothing happened. No foul odor, no greasy skin. Even his grandkids didn't notice anything off. That moment sparked a revelation. Could it be that our bodies are built to clean themselves? Science says yes. Our skin is home to an incredible army of microorganisms known as the skin microbiome. Trillions of friendly bacteria that act like a microscopic cleaning crew. These microbes feast on sweat, oils, and dead skin cells, breaking them down naturally while producing antimicrobial compounds that fight harmful invaders. When we scrub too hard or too often, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, we don't just remove dirt, we destroy this delicate microbial balance. The result: skin irritation, infections, and vulnerability to pathogens that would otherwise be held at bay. According to a 2018 study in Nature Reviews Microbiology, frequent washing can strip away up to 30% of this protective layer, leaving seniors particularly exposed. As we age, our skin already loses microbial diversity and becomes thinner and drier. Overwashing accelerates this process, leaving skin raw and defenseless. Jack isn't the only one waking up to this truth. Dermatologists across the globe are urging older adults to rethink their routines. Your body isn't a battlefield. It's a brilliantly evolved system with natural mechanisms for self-cleaning and self-protection. Mechanisms that don't need constant intervention, just gentle support. So what's the new rule of thumb? Let your microbiome do its job. Instead of daily full-body showers, consider a more strategic approach. A gentle wipe down of key areas, underarms, groin, feet, with a damp cloth. Use mild, balanced cleansers only when necessary. This approach preserves your skin's natural defenses while keeping you fresh and healthy. Jack now bathes just twice a week, and he's never felt better. His skin is calmer, his energy steadier, and he's no longer battling the constant itchiness he once assumed was just aging. Here's the bottom line. Your body isn't dirty. It's doing its best to care for you. Stop fighting it. Work with it. Your skin, your health, and your future will thank you. Mike Dalton, a 76-year-old former mechanic from Austin, used to start each morning with a hot, vigorous shower. For him, it was more than hygiene. It was a badge of strength. He believed that as long as he could power through a hot scrub down, he was still young at heart. But lately, things had changed. One morning, after stepping out of the shower, Mike's knees buckled. His heart raced, and the room spun like a loose fan belt. He had to lie down for hours. A week later, mid-shampoo, it happened again: dizziness, weakness, and a near fall. His wife found him gripping the wall, breathless, confused, and pale. What Mike didn't realize, and what many seniors don't, is that bathing itself can be physically exhausting after 70. Hot showers cause blood vessels to dilate and blood pressure to drop. In aging bodies, This can lead to lightheadedness, fainting, or worse. The Journal of the American Medical Association reported that standing in warm environments, like a steamy bathroom, increases heart rate by 20% in older adults, stressing the cardiovascular system. For seniors with conditions like COPD, heart disease, or arthritis, daily bathing is not just uncomfortable. It can be hazardous. Even simple movements like bending over, lifting arms to wash hair, or twisting to rinse the back can aggravate joint pain and trigger fatigue. According to Arthritis Research and Therapy, repetitive motions during bathing increase joint stress by up to 25% in seniors. This can turn a basic routine into a painful, exhausting ordeal. Mike had always prided himself on being tough, but even toughness has limits. His body was sending warning signals, and it was time to listen. The solution? Scale back. Instead of daily showers, Mike began using a handheld nozzle while sitting on a shower chair, just twice a week. On other days, a quick wipe down with a sponge or damp towel was enough to stay fresh without the exertion. He noticed the difference immediately. His energy returned. No more dizzy spells. No more missed outings with his grandson. And perhaps most surprisingly, he didn't feel any less clean. Doctors confirm it less can be more when it comes to bathing after 70. Prioritize safety and energy conservation. A few small changes. A shower chair, non-slip mats, a milder routine can restore stability, preserve strength, and keep you out of the Mike once believed his daily shower proved he was still capable. Now, he knows that being smart with his strength and respecting his limits is the true sign of resilience. Susan Lane, 72, from Chicago, used to cherish her morning showers like a sacred ritual. Every day, she'd shuffle into the bathroom, turn the water up hot, and scrub with her favorite lavender soap, a gift from her daughter. It made her feel refreshed, ready to face the day. But over time, Susan noticed something unsettling. Her skin began to itch constantly. Tiny cracks appeared on her arms and around her elbows. At night, her sheets were flecked with flakes, and once, a small wound on her arm bled onto her favorite blouse. She blamed the cold weather. But it wasn't the wind that was wearing her down. It was the water. As we age, our skin becomes dramatically more vulnerable. Studies from the University of California, San Francisco show that after 70, skin can thin by up to 20%, losing vital proteins like collagen and elastin. Sebaceous glands, the ones that produce protective oils, slow down. This makes the skin drier, more fragile, and less able to recover from irritation or damage. Now layer in daily hot showers and soap. Hot water strips away the skin's natural oils. Soap, especially alkaline soaps with high levels, destroys the skin's acid mantle, the slightly acidic layer that keeps out bacteria and locks in moisture. The result? Xerosis, dry, scaly, cracked skin. For seniors like Susan, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. The Journal of Investigative Dermatology confirms that daily washing with hot water and soap triggers inflammation, weakens the skin barrier, and leaves micro-tears that invite infection. These aren't just cosmetic problems. They can lead to wounds, ulcers, and chronic skin conditions. Susan's story is all too common. A quick rinse turns into a slow unraveling of the skin's defenses. What used to be a rejuvenating habit becomes a daily assault on the body's largest organ. The solution? Cut back. Dermatologists recommend bathing no more than 2 to 3 times per week for seniors, especially with milder, balanced cleansers. On the in-between days, a gentle wipe with a damp cloth under the arms, around the groin, and behind the ears is more than enough. Since changing her routine, Susan's skin has improved dramatically. The itching stopped, the cracks healed, and she finally understood. Her skin wasn't failing her. Her habits were. Your skin after 70 is not what it once was. It's thinner, drier, more delicate, and it needs your help. Daily showers may have once served you well, but now they could be doing more harm than good. It's time to treat your skin like the precious armor it truly is. Emily Carter, 73, from Boston, was humming her favorite tune one Tuesday morning as she stepped into her usual hot shower. Like clockwork, it was her reset button. Steam rising, soap lathering, water swirling. She never thought twice. But in a split second, everything changed. Reaching for the shampoo, her foot slipped on the slick tile. She fell hard, hip first, a sharp cry echoing in the bathroom. It was 2 hours before a neighbor, hearing the thud and silence, found her curled on the floor, barely conscious. In the emergency room, the X-ray confirmed it a fractured hip. Months of recovery ahead. Emily always worried about dust or body odor. But she never thought her bathroom, her sanctuary, could betray her. She's not alone. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's DC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and the bathroom is ground zero. Wet tiles, fogged up mirrors, awkward steps, and slippery surfaces make it a perfect storm for disaster, especially when combined with fading reflexes, weakened muscles, and brittle bones. And yet, we obsess over staying clean, while completely underestimating the risk of falls. The American Geriatrics Society warns that falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors. A little soap scum underfoot may seem harmless, until it costs someone their mobility or independence. A fracture can lead to long hospital stays, loss of autonomy, or permanent disability. Some never walk again. The irony: most of these falls happen while doing something we think is healthy, bathing. The truth is, fall prevention matters more than a spotless body. A little sweat won't kill you, but a slip just might. Emily's accident was a wake-up call. Her daughter installed grab bars. A non-slip mat replaced her fancy bath rug. And most importantly, Emily changed her routine twice-weekly showers, with sink washes in between. A damp cloth for underarms, feet, and face. No more stepping into danger daily. These small changes can save lives, and they're backed by experts. A study published in Injury Prevention showed that fall rates in bathrooms dropped by 300% when seniors switched from showers to safer alternatives like seated sponge baths or wipe downs. Let's be clear. Hygiene is important, but survival is more important. No amount of lavender soap is worth a broken hip. Emily now says her bath doesn't define her cleanliness. Her safety does. So, rethink the risk. A clean body isn't clean if it's broken. Choose caution. Install support bars. Use a seat. Reimagine what fresh means, because in the end, it's not dirt that takes most seniors down. It's the fall they didn't see coming. James Walker, 74, from Seattle, has always been a stickler for cleanliness. Rain or shine, his mornings began with a hot shower and a vigorous scrub. He saw it as his armor, keeping germs away, preserving his dignity. Until one morning, after a routine rinse, he noticed a small scratch on his shin. Probably from bumping the shower door, he figured. But within days, that teeny scratch ballooned into a red, swollen wound. His leg throbbed. A fever followed. By the weekend, he was in the air, diagnosed with cellulitis, a potentially serious skin infection that can lead to hospitalization, or worse. How did a daily habit meant to protect him nearly take him down? The answer lies in the skin. For seniors, skin isn't just delicate, it's vulnerable. As we age, blood flow slows, immune response weakens, and wounds heal more slowly. Daily showers with hot water and soap erode the skin's lipid barrier, leaving it dry and cracked. The perfect gateway for bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus to sneak in. The New England Journal of Medicine tracked older adults and found that those who bathed less frequently had significantly fewer skin tears and infections. Why? Because they weren't constantly compromising their natural defense system. James had always feared bacteria lurking on doorknobs or shopping carts, never the water streaming over his own body. But the truth is, overwashing creates microcuts, and even minor abrasions become open doors for infection. It's counterintuitive, but science supports it. Too much bathing to higher risk of infections. Here's the good news. Prevention is simple. Experts recommend bathing just 2 to 3 times a week for seniors, especially those with sensitive or aging skin. On off days, a warm, damp cloth can be used to clean high sweat areas like armpits, groin, feet, and under the breasts. This method maintains hygiene without stripping away protective oils or creating trauma to the skin. James made the switch. He now showers every 3rd day using lukewarm water and a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser. He skips the loofah altogether. On other days, he does a quick sponge bath, at the sink, efficient, safe, and effective. The result? His skin is calmer, no more flare-ups, and he hasn't had another infection since. Daily baths might feel like a ritual of cleanliness, but for older adults, they can become a ritual of risk. What your body needs after 70 is preservation, not purification. So the next time you or your loved one reaches for that bar of soap, ask yourself, is this helping or hurting? Because sometimes, stepping back is the most powerful way to protect yourself. Sarah James, 72, from Portland, was the kind of grandmother who never missed her evening bath. Surrounded by grandkids all day, she believed a nightly soak was her shield, her line of defense against germs, odors, and judgment. That was until a sudden slip in the shower left her clutching the grab bar, heart pounding, one twist away from disaster. Shaken, her niece handed her a packet of personal cleansing wipes. "Try this instead, Grandma," she said with a smile. Sarah raised an eyebrow. Wipes. Wasn't that cutting corners? Reluctantly, she gave them a shot, and to her surprise, they worked. No smell, no stickiness, no sense of being on clean. Just relief and safety. Here's the truth: hygiene doesn't always have to involve a tub or a stream of water. There are smarter, safer ways to stay fresh that don't put seniors at risk of falls, exhaustion, or skin damage. Modern hygiene is evolving. Studies from geriatric nursing trials show that seniors who use wipes and targeted hand washing routines report the same levels of freshness as those who bathe daily, but with 50% fewer skin flare-ups. The Lancet confirms that hand washing alone eliminates up to 80% of harmful bacteria, while a Journal of Oral Microbiology study notes that brushing your teeth properly removes 90% of odor-causing oral bacteria, a key component of feeling clean. Even clothing matters. Research in Textile Research Journal reveals that breathable cotton garments wick sweat 25% better than skin can evaporate it, keeping you dry and comfortable without constant rinsing. What we're saying is this: the idea that you must shower to be hygienic is outdated. In fact, it's risky. Sarah now skips full showers most days. Instead, she uses personal cleansing wipes for her underarms, neck, and feet, gentle soap on hands and face. When needed, brushing and flossing twice a day. Breathable clothing she changes daily. Her confidence hasn't dipped, but her risk of injury has. And perhaps most important, she feels in control again. When we tie hygiene only to showers, we box ourselves into a routine that may no longer serve us, or worse, harm us. Hygiene is a toolkit, not a one-size-fits-all rule. So, if you or a loved one feel uneasy about skipping a bath, remember, cleanliness isn't about water, it's about care. Thoughtful care. Smart, targeted, dignified care that fits your needs, not a marketing slogan. Sarah didn't lose her hygiene. She upgraded it. Linda Rivers, 75, from London, held her evening bath as sacred. Candles lit, steam rising, soft music playing. It was her moment of peace every single night. Her bathroom was her temple, and daily bathing, non-negotiable. So when her dermatologist told her to cut back to 2 baths a week, Linda laughed. Surely he was mistaken. She wasn't living in the wilderness. She had standards, but the laughter faded as her skin began to revolt. Her legs itched nonstop. Red blotches flared beneath her stockings. No amount of lotion soothed the flaky rash creeping up her thighs. When a crack near her knee began to ooze, panic set in. She wasn't just dry, she was injured by her own routine. That's when she finally listened. And she's not alone. Dermatologists and geriatric experts across the globe are sounding the alarm. Daily bathing is not ideal and can be harmful for aging skin. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, the skin of seniors no longer needs or tolerates daily washing. In fact, it recoils. A clinical interventions in aging study, 2028, found that seniors who bathed daily were 40% more likely to suffer from skin breakdown, dryness, eczema, and open sores than those who limited bathing to 1 or 2 times per week. Why? Because as we age, the epidermis thins, sebaceous glands slow, and the skin's ability to retain moisture plummets. When you combine that with hot water, alkaline soaps, and physical scrubbing, the result is a skin barrier under siege. So what's the right approach? Experts advise 1 to 2 full baths or showers per week, using lukewarm water and mild, Flash-balanced cleansers, avoiding harsh scrubbing tools like loofahs or stiff brushes, moisturizing immediately after bathing to lock in hydration, using a damp cloth or cleansing wipes on non-bath days to stay fresh and clean. Once Linda followed this routine, her skin began to heal. The itch faded, the cracks closed, and for the first time in months, she felt comfortable in her own skin again. And here's a surprising twist. Linda's sense of cleanliness didn't disappear. In fact, she felt more in control, more refreshed, and far less dependent on a ritual that had quietly betrayed her. So if you're over 70, or caring for someone who is, reframe what clean means. It's not about frequency. It's about strategy. The experts have spoken. The science is clear. It's time we let go of the old script and embrace a smarter one. One that keeps seniors safe, strong, and comfortably clean without the hidden risks. Because sometimes, the most powerful care comes not from doing more, but from knowing when to do less. We began with a simple question: how often should seniors bathe after 70? But as we've uncovered, this question leads to a much deeper truth. One about safety, dignity, and the quiet risks hiding in everyday routines. From Susan's cracked skin to James' near-hospital infection. From Emily's shattered hip to Mike's energy-draining showers. Each story carried the same warning. What once worked may now do more harm than good. Science has spoken. Doctors have spoken. And now perhaps it's time we listen. Because this isn't just about hygiene. It's about life. About helping our aging loved ones thrive without putting their bodies through unnecessary strain. About reimagining clean, not as a rigid habit, but as a flexible, thoughtful approach. About empowering seniors to protect the only skin they'll ever have, conserve energy, avoid injury, and live longer, healthier lives. And it starts with one bold act: doing less, fewer baths, smarter hygiene, more conversations. This video wasn't just information, it was a lifeline, a call to rethink, to speak up, to act with love. If you have a parent, a grandparent, a friend over 70, talk to them. Help them install grab bars, offer wipes. Reassure them that skipping a shower doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing wisely. Let's stop equating soap with safety. Because true care isn't found in water. It's found in awareness, in change, in connection. This is how we protect those who once protected us.